Before we start this video, I gotta let y'all know that I will be giving away 3 editions of Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns. All you gotta do is drop a like on this video to support the giveaway and smash that subscribe button, because on September 20th, I will be doing a live stream where we pick our 3 winners. More details to come, but let's get into this video.
Run, boy, they coming on.
What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and after getting this suggestion from Anthony Collins, I hit up the community tab and asked you guys to give me your hot takes on Mortal Kombat 1. Now, we got a lot more comments than I expected, so we are going to have to split this up for episode 2, 3, and 4 if you guys want to see it. Let me know in the comment section, and if you haven't left your hot takes yet, hit up the community tab and do so as soon as possible, because right now, we got 172 comments, 173 actually, but we are not going to go with the popular comments first. We're going to start with the first person who left the comment, and we're going to work our way all the way up. So let's go ahead and get this thing refreshed. All right, our first hot take comes from Kyle Rano. Listen, if I butcher your name, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I promise I come in peace. But Kyle says, if this wasn't leaked like how Kombat Pack 1 was before release, it would have been a lot more exciting. Kyle, if I agreed with you anymore, my name would be Kyle. I don't get it either. I don't understand why these people are leaking these things before they are officially announced, because it really just kills all of the hype, it kills all of the excitement, and it spoils everything for everybody. People are actually out here going as far as reading the script for Chaos Reigns. If you plan on playing through this story, why would you read the script before it comes out? Why would you want to know what happens in this game before you can actually play it? I'm the type of person who doesn't even want to watch a movie again after I watch it one time, no matter how much I enjoyed it, because I already know what's going to happen in that movie. And I know that's crazy. People tell me all the time, but it's just a me thing. On the opposite end of that, you got people who like things to be spoiled before they can ever get their hands on it. So I don't get it, Kyle. Hopefully Netherrealm Studios finds a way to get around it one day, but probably not. Papa Fawn says, Harley Quinn and Deathstroke would be better than Conan and T-1000. Papa Fawns, you are absolutely correct. I thought Harley Quinn was going to be a lock for this first Kombat Pack. How did we get Conan in here over her? I have no idea. Now, T-1000, he kind of intertwines with Terminator, who we got in Mortal Kombat 11, so I guess that's how he kind of snuck his way in here. But Conan, what are we doing? Shouts out to the people who grew up watching Conan, but I have no idea who that man is. So, Papa Fawns, I absolutely agree with you, but it's for a certain section of the audience. So, it is what it is. ISC Taylor, hot take, NetherRealm Studios works really hard. How many fighting games have 12 extra characters, 5 cameos, and a story expansion in 1 year? ISC Taylor, not another one of them. I think Street Fighter gets like 4 or 5 DLC characters in 1 year. I think it's only like 4. And no story stuff. I think that the World Tour mode is pretty much a ghost town. People complain about invasions. I was really looking forward to World Tour mode, and it sucked. I'm sorry, it sucked. NetherRealm Studios, I think, is at the top of the fighting games. People hate all the time, but I don't think nobody's doing it like them. So I agree with you, ISC Taylor. Jacob DinoFan 3070. I don't know if this is a hot take, but Conan shouldn't be in the game. Might be a hot take for some people, but I think for us, pretty much, you know, who are in like our age bracket, we don't get it. But for the older people, you know, who grew up with Mortal Kombat and watched Conan, I'm sure they love it. So shouts out to them. Ooh, Rockstar Jack coming through with a banger. MK11 graphics look better than MK1. Now, this is a take I don't hear too often, but I agree. I don't know what it is either, because the worlds in Mortal Kombat 1 are beautiful. The character, I think the designs are better, but when it comes to the actual look of the game, I think Mortal Kombat 11 did look better. Let's see what the reply says. Yo, for real, MK1 does have better stages though. Yes, I absolutely agree. The stages in Mortal Kombat 1 are beautiful, but I think everything put together for Mortal Kombat 11 is probably the best looking fighting game of all time, still up until this day. So, Rockstar Jack, you cooked. You cook with that one. I can't agree with you anymore. All right, the next one we have, another from ISC Taylor. We can only take one per person, y'all. We got a lot of them. Martin Barrio Nuevo. Shouts out to you. This combat pack is really solid and I don't think it sucks like almost everyone else says. Does it suck? I don't think it sucks, but Ghostface, T-1000, and Conan are good guest characters and have good potential. Ghostface has good potential because he has kind of risen back up in the last few years where people actually care about him. T-1000 and Conan, they're outdated characters, so I can see the hate for them. But a big problem I have with Kombat Pack 2 is the fact that we got two cyborgs, I guess, human cyborgs, that kind of look the same. So not really much variety in here, just because we're dropping two characters off that could have been really one with some type of tag out mechanic like we got with Triborg. So, you know what? I don't think it's terrible, but I wouldn't say it's great either. All right, we got Yummy Yanthony. Okay. A new single-player game mode that is similar to the Crypt or Conquest mode, and a no cameo game mode. And I think MK1 might actually be one of the best Mortal Kombat games ever. I agree. If Mortal Kombat 1 had a Crypt or something, a Conquest, either one of those modes, I would have felt great putting it in that best Mortal Kombat game slot because, to be honest, I like the gameplay. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the cameos, I can work around them. I like the gameplay in Mortal Kombat 1. Maybe better than 11. A problem I had with 11 was the variations. I didn't like the fact that I couldn't have all of my moves with Sub-Zero on the same, loadout. I had to, pick and choose whether I wanted to have. I didn't really like that too much, so the actual gameplay, I would say, is better in Mortal Kombat 1, but it's just missing a lot of these key features and key modes. I thought we were going to get a lot of these modes with the Chaos Reigns expansion, but we're just really not getting anything but the story expansion and the extra characters. No single-player modes that we know of. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of rough. Kind of rough, Yummy. I like it. I see Taylor in here with another one. Maybe we'll get to those if we have time. BSK in charge says, Kombat Pack 1 is the best Kombat Pack we have ever gotten. Kombat Pack 1. Maybe. It was good in Mortal Kombat 11 as well, though. Mortal Kombat X Kombat Pack was really good too, but I just really didn't like Mortal Kombat X as a whole. To be honest, I was out of there before the Kombat Pack even dropped for Mortal Kombat X. So the characters in Mortal Kombat X, I think, come on, you got Leatherface, you had Jason. Not a big fan of Alien and Predator, but Leatherface and Jason, I think, was enough. So maybe it is Mortal Kombat X. Maybe it's Mortal Kombat X. If we could get Jason, Leatherface, and Michael Myers in the pack with 3 Mortal Kombat characters, takes the cake 100%. No doubt about it. But this is good, though. You know, I like the take. I think it's a good take. Kombat Pack 1 and Mortal Kombat 1 wasn't bad either. Most packs usually have 1 or 2 head scratchers, but not this one. You know what? You got a point. I think everybody in Kombat Pack 1 made sense. If Quan Chi and Ermac weren't going to be in the main roster, you had to get them in the Kombat Pack. Takeda is actually involved in this Mortal Kombat 1 universe, so he makes sense. And then you got Peacemaker, the superheroes. So yeah, Kombat Pack 1, you're on to something here. I like it. All right, Simgore. Oh, Simgore be in the comments hating on Mortal Kombat a lot. So let's see what he get. Yep, there he goes. I deleted Mortal Kombat 1 off of my PS5 3 days ago. Shout out to Simgore, y'all. He comments on pretty much every video hating Mortal Kombat, but he comments on every video, so I appreciate him sticking around. Tolerated a lot of the problems with it, but Kombat Pack 2 was the last straw. Arnold again and 2 gender swaps? Really? I mean, if the gender swaps make sense in the story, I'm not going to push back on them, but I think they could have changed one of the characters and left the other one the same. So it's kind of excessive, but hey, we got to see what the story tells us, y'all. We got to see. There's got to be a story reason for it, right? But it's got a lot of interaction here. 17 replies. Adam Cox says, Animalities without Nightwolf as a playable character is a crime. You're right. I think this was the perfect time to tie Nightwolf in here, but they decided not to do it. I guess he didn't have a place in the story, and he was in the DLC for Mortal Kombat 11, so I guess they didn't want to do the same thing 2 times, but Nightwolf's got to be hidden in here somewhere, right? Ed Boon said there's a secret character. Hopefully, somewhere behind the trees, we find Nightwolf. But maybe for some of these characters, they just want to hold back on them to give them a big spot in the story. But I mean, Animalities with no Nightwolf, you definitely got a point there, Adam. All right, I am Bane says, cancel Christmas on Jade for the next combat pack. Bring Serena to the main roster. Cancel Christmas on Jade? I don't know, man. I got to look at the fans and the people. I'm not a huge Jade fan myself, but when you see the community crying for one character, you got to kind of get behind the community and be like, all right, you know what? I hope you guys get it. And a lot of people are crying for Jade. Serena, I've seen people begging for Serena for a long time. She made it in as a cameo, but Sector and Cyrax did too. So maybe you get Serena down the line. But since you said cancel Christmas, I'm going to go ahead and give you the cancel Christmas emoji. Just for the love, though. For the love. We're not canceling Christmas on your comment. The next one says, Gamers Academy. Hot take. Mortal Kombat 1 have the best gameplay of all Mortal Kombat games. Of all of them, Mortal Kombat 2 was perfect. Mortal Kombat 11 was really good. Again, just when it comes to the in-game stuff, didn't really like the variations, limiting the characters. Mortal Kombat 9 was real good. You know what? I'll give it to you over the 3D era games. I didn't really like the gameplay in those games, but everything we got in the games, like with the Conquest and stuff, they did some great stuff in the 3D era. The stories were good, the character designs. But as far as gameplay, like pure raw we don't got 1 versus 1 in Mortal Kombat 1, so I can't say that. I think I'm still gonna give it to Mortal Kombat 11 because we had cameos in Mortal Kombat 11. They were in there. But we also had 1 versus 1. So I'm going to have to give it to Mortal Kombat 11 overall. But Mortal Kombat 1 is really good. All right, here we got another hot take by Jill Cargry. MK11 is much better than this game. Even before the Aftermath Ultimate expansions, 11 felt like a full game with plenty to do. Not much here. I agree. Mortal Kombat 11 is my favorite Mortal Kombat game of all time just because it felt like a full game. We had pretty much everything in there. We got a crypt that kind of played like a conquest mode. We had the Towers of Time, which actually was a lot of fun to spend your time with. We had the character towers. We had the story. Mortal Kombat 11 had everything. The customization on the characters. The only thing I really didn't like, again, was the loadouts. I didn't like my character being so limited, but the in-game gameplay doesn't kill anything for me. And it was still real good in Mortal Kombat 1, but everything they built around that just made that it made it a masterpiece. So I agree with you. Love Mortal Kombat 11 to death. The next one is from Star Force Belmont, who says, all guest characters so far have been super meh. You know what? I was excited to get Omni-Man in here. Peacemaker's cool. Ghostface, so about. Those are the only ones I really care about. So, meh. Who else would you put in here? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. All right. Kilo Champion. Baraka is not that overpowered. When the game first came out, I used to see Baraka just overpowering everybody. Just can't get out of his hits. Kind of like a boss in Elden Ring, but I haven't really seen or heard about those complaints anymore, so I don't think Baraka's too bad. Ooh, boy. Shiro Labs. My boy Shiro Labs in the building with a few hot takes, and y'all know that's my boy, so we got to go through all of them. First one, people are overreacting about the gender swaps. I could understand why they would be mad if that's their favorite character. Like, let's say you turn Bihan, not Frost, you just turn straight Bihan into a woman. I'd be like, why do we do that? So if Cyrax or Sector is your favorite characters, I get it. Otherwise, just complaining. Hot take, MK should stick to releasing actual MK characters. The guest characters bring in money, so I get why they do it. Hot take, Noob's clone might be a cameo fighter since they didn't show any cameos in the trailer. What if Noob had his own specific cameo? I guess it wouldn't be great though, because people have the cameos they actually like and they'd want to bring them in with Noob Saibot, but that would be kind of interesting if they did make Noob the character and Saibot the cameo. Kind of restricting, but I think that'd be cool. Hot take, invasions can stay, just add another mode to earn items too. I agree. You know what? If invasions was in here for us to earn coins and we had like a crypt on the side, I wouldn't hate it at all. In fact, I wouldn't be mad if they put like another season behind it. Like let's say we're on season 5, if we got season 4 behind it so we could run through season 5 and still earn more coins through season 4 again, and just let us take those coins to the crypt. I think that would be a beautiful thing and it would actually keep me playing this game even longer, but just what Invasions is for right now. Like, I'm staying away from this season of Invasions because I don't want to finish it. I won't have anything else to do. So, I mean, I wish there was more, or at least like a back season behind it for us to go back and play through again. Yeah, it's a lot more they can do with Invasions. Hopefully they make it better in year 2, but, you know, we'll have to see because nothing has been announced. Hot take, Babalities were better than Animalities. That is a pretty hot one. Original Babalities kind of sucked. They were just turning the characters into babies, but they were great in Mortal Kombat 9. We haven't seen all the Animalities yet, and the ones that we have seen, I think they are great. I gotta bring it up again. That gorilla one is amazing. I can't wait to see who actually owns it. The next one says, test your luck should be added to MK for free. I think they should add it as like a Space and Invasions. Add as much of that stuff as you can, even like chess combat, puzzle combat. You know what? Make it where we can jump into each other's worlds in Invasions. Like we can land on a spot for like multiplayer. Let's say that spot is chess combat where you can summon somebody from online and you can play with them to get past that space and earn different things. So, I mean, there's a lot you can do with Invasions. We'll just see how much they expand it in year 2 if it keeps going. Our next hot take comes from Ismael Quinto. Love you to death, buddy. Maybe Conan was only added to have these interactions between Arnold and T-1000. Now, I think these characters will interact like they know each other, but I don't think that's the only reason they added Conan. Getting Arnold back in here probably has something to do with it, but of course, you can't add Terminator back to back, so what do? Add Arnold from Jingle All the Way? Actually, I probably would have liked that a lot more. Now, the next hot take is from Feather Guardian, and they got a pretty interesting one here. I personally believe this combat pack is great. Great is a pretty strong word. Is it perfect? No. Is this what we fully expected or wanted? Kinda. I gotta stop you right there, Feather Guardian, because this pack is not what I expected and it's not what I wanted either. I did a few wishlist videos before the combat pack was announced, and the only character we got was Noob Saibot. But you know what? That's okay, because this combat pack was not crafted for me. It was crafted for the Mortal Kombat community. I personally don't like the cyborg characters, but I know a lot of people do. If they did exactly what I wanted, then y'all would not have gotten your cyborg. So y'all gotta understand. You're not gonna get every character you want, but these things are also not being crafted specifically for you. So as long as you get 1 or 2 of your characters, you gotta be happy and look forward to the next one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, and it is Aiden Galati. We need mocap as a cameo. Do you really want to wait for a mocap to be added as a cameo? Let me see what these replies say. Hell no. We're going to stop right there. Shout out to Transformers Guy 2002, y'all. He said it, not me. Burgers and dogs. In my opinion, Invasions needs a total rebalance from useless components to underground talismans. You know what? The components and talismans, I never use them. The talismans, I like the Warhammer or the Warhorn, but it's gone. And the Windbreaker, they nerfed it, but those are the only 2 I really like to use. And the AI that spams moves. Do they? I really just run through them. I haven't even noticed if that's the case. I've went up against bosses that I can't touch because they constantly spam moves which activate super armor. Remove that and just make the AI actually do combos. I haven't ran into any issues with the AI in Invasions. Now, I'm not Sonic Fox out here taking everybody down, but I don't think a boss has actually ever beaten me in Invasions. It's usually like the survive missions and things like that that get me. So, I don't know. You might need to pick up some of those talismans and put them to work. Maybe that'll help you out with these bosses. But the next one comes from Pizza Man 879. I actually like the cameo system. One of those people. Some people love it though. Some people love the cameos. They're not for me, but some people love them. But I do think there are ways to improve upon it, because I don't think this idea should just be a one and done. Whoa, Pizza Man, now you lost me. Now you lost me. Now the cameo system is not for me, but I'm not saying take it completely out just because, again, the game wasn't specifically crafted for me, and I see a lot of people can make them work. But one and done. I think it should be one and done. Netherrealm Studios usually does every game different. Mortal Kombat 10 is going to be different from 11, is going to be different from 13, is going to be different from 14. And we see we got the cameos in 12. So, I mean, this is where we are. But hopefully, you know what? Keep them as an option maybe. But please don't make it our only option moving forward. Hopefully they don't do it in Injustice either, if they bring that back. The next one is from Sayador, who says, I don't really care for actual MK characters in the games as DLC, as I prefer guest characters. Whoa! Okay, okay. This is the first time I've seen something like this, since it will be the first time we see the guest character in the fighting game, and it might be the last. You make a good point there. Like characters like Peacemaker, will we ever see him in another fighting game? Probably not. So, good point, but not seeing Mortal Kombat as the like Mortal Kombat characters, kind of crazy. Harley Quinn and Deathstroke and Doomsday should have been in Kombat Pack 2 instead of Conan and T-1000, along with Ghostface. See, like, these are characters you prefer. Harley Quinn, sure. Deathstroke is cool, but in a Mortal Kombat game, I'm just going back to Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and that's what I don't want to see again. And Doom Guy, I don't like Doom Guy. So I feel about Doom Guy probably how you feel about Ghostface. So these are all personal opinions, but I mean, everybody's just not going to share the same thing. So they'll never make a combat pack that pleases everybody, and that's just a fact. Thatcher's Tough says, the second combat pack is the worst combat pack yet. The whole series with only one good character, Noob Saibot. Sector and Cyrax, again, not bad characters, and I'm glad to get more Mortal Kombat characters in here, but the fact that these two characters are the same, that hurts. Next, we got Transformers Guy, who says, how does Anthony Starr not voice his character, yet J.K. Simmons and John Cena voice their characters? Well, I don't know, man. It's got to be money. I mean, you think John Cena said, all right, that's enough money, I'll do it. J.K. Simmons says, that's enough money, I'll do it. Anthony Starr, guess he didn't want to do it. Thing is, he was in Call of Duty, so they probably paid him like a crazy amount of money. And Mortal Kombat, Netherrealm Studios, WB said, you know what, we're not going to do that. And I don't blame him, because Call of Duty, they make a lot more money than a Mortal Kombat. So, hey, it is what it is. Forget him. We don't need him. Next one we got is from Gyro Galvez, who says, what do you think about Ghostface? Well, I've only seen Scream 1 and 2. I've seen the Scream TV show, which was cool, but I don't know. It's just a guy in a mask. So for him to be beating up the Mortal Kombat characters, I don't know what we're doing here. But a lot of people love Ghostface. You know what? I get it. It's just a character. It's just a video game. So having him in here, seeing the feedback that he has gotten from the people who love the character, I'm not mad at it at all. So I think he definitely should have been in here. The next hot take comes from John Cena C4, who says, all cameos should have made an appearance in the story. A lot of them did. We had Chameleon in there. We had Darius in there. We had Motaro. A lot of them made appearances in the story. I'm not even sure which ones didn't. So I think it was a nice balance. There wasn't anybody in there that I missed that said, oh, this person should have been in the story. Maybe Shujinko. I don't think he was in there, but I think you could save him for some more interesting stuff down the line. So we'll see. Crazy Kidda 7663. I actually really like this combat pack. I'm excited to try out Cyrax and Sector for the first time. They haven't been in 13 years, somebody just said. So it is nice to finally have them back in the game. Again, I like their designs better in Mortal Kombat 11, but we'll see. We'll see how they come out. I played Noob in Mortal Kombat 11, so he will be interesting. Also, Conan is my most intrigued character of this pack. Interesting. We've seen things go the opposite way previously, so Crazy Kidda actually says Conan is the most interesting person in the pack. So there are people out there who are excited to see Conan, y'all. Our next comment is from Affectionate Red Rose. Whew, that sounds kind of exotic. Since Bihan is now Noob again, I want Kuai Liang to take the mantle of Sub-Zero, and I want Hanzo to be with him and grown, and I want Kuai Liang to make Hanzo the new Scorpion. Better Kuai Liang than anybody else, to be honest. I know it will be kind of the same thing as the past timeline, but I want Hanzo back as Scorpion. You know what? I think we get there. I don't know how we get there with Kuai Liang apparently marrying Harumi. He took his girl. You took his girl in this timeline, so I don't know. Scorpion might kill him. We'll see. Ultra Shadow Game says the invasion mode, combo trials, and cyber malfunction need to be stopped immediately. I like them. I actually like them. I like the new combo trials too. It kind of gets you a taste of playing with another character that you haven't played with before. So, hey, I don't mind them at all. And I like the combo trials. I mean, they're pretty easy. I mean, just get your favorite character, take them in there, do a combo, and get out. You got to have at least one long combo, right? The next hot take we have comes from Taboo 2. But before we get to it, I got a hot take for you. Hopefully Denzel Curry drops Taboo 2 because the first one was his best body of work. Nothing else he dropped comes close to it. Before Ghostface was revealed, I heard a lot of people wanted him in the game due to him being a clumsy killer. But after, he got way more hate than I anticipated. Well, you heard that hope and you heard people wanting him to come in that actually wanted him in the game. The hate comes from people who either didn't mention him or people who didn't want him in the game. So I'm sure those people who wished he was in here are really happy, but those who don't care about him just don't really care about him. You know, I get it. I said it the whole time. Again, for me, it's just really a random dude in a mask. So what's he doing in here? If they put a Mortal Kombat character under the mask, I'll be completely happy. And I think that'll be really cool too. So we'll see. All right, we got Kaigen, who says, oh, read more. Kaigen dropped a read more on us. Oh, not too much. The Kombat Pack 2 has many problems with it. And no, it's not the gender swap Sector or Cyrax. It's another Terminator and another Arnold. Let's face it, it won't be Arnold. Just the same idiot impersonator as last time. People said he did a good job in Mortal Kombat 11, and that is a lie. It was awful. And why I never played as Terminator, and will most likely never play as Conan. I know voice actors are important to a lot of people, but for me, I personally don't care who's playing the voices on these characters. I think the guy sounded enough like Arnold in the last game, so it didn't bother me at all. We didn't get Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1, or Anthony Starr play Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1, and that's what I don't care about. The guy sounds fine, so it doesn't really matter. But again, I know it's important to a lot of people, so hopefully for you, I hope they can get Arnold to play that voice in Mortal Kombat 1. But we are winding down here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a few more in before we hit this 30-minute mark. MK1 is a good fighting game. It's just the FGC seems to trash it more than any other fighting game. You know what? I don't understand it. These people say, we love Mortal Kombat, so we want this and we want that, but we love Mortal Kombat. But the same people were trashing Mortal Kombat 11. These people, I don't get it. How do you love Mortal Kombat, but you just talk trash about it all day? And you see these people playing Mortal Kombat 1 all day, but still coming back to talk trash about it. I mean, say how you feel about the game, but it is what it is. I think it's just a tale that's going to be told until the end of time. People will never be satisfied with another Mortal Kombat game that's not Mortal Kombat 9. I know the other fighting games aren't perfect, but you don't see people trashing them for having these little problems. Straight conniving, I don't know what it is. I think it's because the other communities actually love their fighting games. The Street Fighter community loves Street Fighter. The Tekken community loves Tekken. The Mortal Kombat fans hate Mortal Kombat. I don't get it. It's still the highest sold fighting game out of all of them. So they're doing something right. I mean, that's all I gotta say. I don't understand. I wish I could explain it to you, but I don't get it. It's just cool to hate Mortal Kombat. All right, next we got Leon Cooper, who says, Noob Saibot should have been either Kung Lao or Smoke. Whoa, that's crazy. Smoke doesn't have the heart to become a Noob Saibot. Smoke is a whiny baby, and Kung Lao, Noob Saibot Kung Lao? I don't know. I think that, I don't know. I don't know Leon Cooper. And they should have let Bihan be Sub-Zero. There you go. Now I'm with you. Bihan should have always been Sub-Zero. But I like Cyrax and Sector as women now. You know who should have voiced Havoc in this game? Uncle Howdy, aka Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt's brother. I don't know, man. After listening to Havoc in the Chaos Reigns trailer, I think he sounds perfect. I love the spooky, creepy, shaky voice he has. Love it. All right, and let's go ahead and get one more. The SCP Foundation. Kombat Pack should focus only on characters from the Mortal Kombat franchise, while new Mortal Kombat games should focus on developing new characters and existing storylines. I mean, at least they put some in there, right? I like the fact that the 3 characters that we are getting in this Kombat Pack are actually included in the story expansion, because it could have just been 3 random characters. So we are moving forward here, but the guest characters, again, they're only in there to kind of sell Kombat Packs, because Terminator fans will buy them. Conan fans will buy them if they're still around. And who was the other one? Ghostface. I mean, if the new Scream movie comes out and people see Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1, they might run out and get it. So it's just a possibility of actually selling more copies, selling more Kombat Packs. It's the world we live in, and I don't think these guest characters are going anywhere. But that is the end of the video, y'all. 30 minutes in here. We'll get 30 minutes next time. Maybe we'll do another one next week. If you haven't dropped your comments in here, make sure you get them in. Bomb Squad.